What's up, family? This is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. My clock right here says 4:59. I just wanted to come on, and I keep saying I just wanted to come on a little bit. Then I'll end up being on here for like an hour or two. But yes, I am in the dark. The lights. I just turned the lights out. I'm in the dark. I just didn't turn the light on. But I just want to say this, and I know on my Facebook page, I've been posting about my court date and everything, and I have posted uh, about the 17 charges and police report. Me and my lawyer had a talk, and I keep trying to make it clear to them, strengthen the community. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope is a transitional program. It's temporary housing to permanent. Now, I don't do I don't know about nobody else, but I don't do rental agreements. I don't do leases because I work with the homeless population. The goal is for them to come in, do the necessary work, and putting their lives back together so that way when they leave out of the temporary housing, they will get into a permanent housing. Some of my clients, too, when we start rehabbing and revitalizing houses, will be able to get into the house buying program. This is to help our inner city people in turning their lives around. But you have to do the work. You is the one that have to do the necessary work on yourself and putting your life together. Now, one of my clients needed a paper, because I don't do rental agreements. So I was talking with his social worker, and she said, "Well, just write me something stating that he stay there, and he makes a donation, because I couldn't use the word rent. He makes a donation or contribution towards his stay." So now I wrote up a document so that any one of my clients that might need to take that paper to say like social service, SSI, just saying that they're in this type of program, they're working on getting their lives together so that they can be put into a permanent housing. Now, when I see you doing the necessary work like paying your bills on time every month, mainly I'm gonna say making your donation or your rent, your contribution towards your stay. When I see you paying between the first and the fifth, because after the fifth is considered as being late. When I see you paying your stuff on time every month, I see you paying your cell phone bills. I see you keeping your room clean. I see you washing your clothes. I see you making market. I see you being learning to budget and being responsible again. The goal is to move you forward from the temporary place to the permanent. Now, once you leave the housing program, you the one gonna have to pay your rent, but the goal is not to get you in nothing that you can't afford. So it will be based around your monthly income, or it will be based around like your income or Section 8, somewhere along that line. Section 8, anything that will help you pay less than what you pay for regular rent. When you in my housing program, say like if you making between $12 to $15 an hour, that's where I'm gonna base everything around. But the goal is on top of that is to get you into an apprenticeship program. Say like you might want to be a bricklayer, construction, nursing, beautician, um, to get you into these type of apprenticeship programs so that you can move away from making between 12.50 and $15 an hour, maybe now 2025. You get me? So this is what the housing program is all about in helping you to put your life back together. Before you even come into the program, I tell people that they have to sign up for the mental health program. You could be dealing with like depression. You could be dealing with schizophrenic, bipolar, PTSD. The goal is to help you be able to get yourself balanced out where you could function as normal as possible. So I refer my clients to, at the time, which I'm going to have to find another mental health group, or I'm going to go back with we are one family. Because what they does, they will provide a counselor, PRP, therapy, psychiatrist, everything that you need help with and balancing your life out. That's what these programs are out there for. My goal and what I do is basically housing. Now, I give you a key to the front door. I'll put a lock with the key on to your room. But the thing with that, I will check your room because I'm checking you to make sure you're doing all the right things. If you using drugs and all that type of stuff, you cannot come in my housing program because I don't deal with recovering addicts or still suffering addicts. I will put you in a program, or I will call somebody that has a recovery program. And I want to say this too. Most of your, I'm going to say, transitional housing programs, your recovery programs, we rent property. Unless you've been into that business where you're able to buy your own and work out of it like that, we rent property. I rent. I go to landlords, I let them know what I do, and I will let them know that basically what I'm running out of the rental property is the business. It's a tax write-off for them. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I'm going to try not to, because I got about 8 minutes on here, I'm going to try not to be too long. But the reason why I'm sharing this, because this is what we do. We get with these companies, rental properties and stuff like that, and we explain to them the type of business we're running. So now when I sign that lease, my name is on that lease. So the courts want to try to say, no, well, they was in the house and blah, 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 blah. Yep, because it's a temporary house. I had people getting mail coming to the house, homeless people, that don't live there. They just need a mailing address. See, it's the system that want to mess up your process and try to tell you because of where they at on the, what is it, like being lawyers and attorneys and judges and prosecutors. We understand y'all see it this way, but you got to understand we work it like this over here. So when y'all come in, a lot of times y'all interfering with the way we do our job. You can't do that. Try to come in somebody's business and tell them how to run their business. Y'all wouldn't like if I come over there as a community activist or human rights advocate and tell you how to be a lawyer and tell you how to be a prosecutor or to tell you how to be a judge. Because we do study a little bit. See, y'all might be certified, got your license, got your certificate, got your PhD and all that. But myself, I study enough to get my point across. As a community activist, as a community organizer, I have to understand the fight. So I understand that corrupt lifestyle, which a lot of y'all don't. So I can tell you why some people do what they do, and tell you what we can do to help them work up out of certain situations. That's what I do. So basically, I'm considered as a life coach. I help people to go inside of themselves and dig with those ugly issues, and just face those ugly issues that's in the inside, so that they can live a more productive way of life. Y'all don't want to hear that, because in y'all mind, criminals are criminals, and be truthful, some of them are, some of them, some. But then we can help them turn it around. I'm living proof. But I notice when you're dealing with the judicial system, it's all about burying you, crucifying you. It is what it is, and I understand that. So the goal is, with strengthening the community, is helping individuals and families to regain a life. We offer full wraparound service. If you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with grief, you're just dealing with the stress of life, I know how important it is to talk with someone. So what I do with my clients, I encourage them. Number one, we have to talk. So I sit down and I talk with them. I help them to be honest with themselves, believe back in themselves, having faith back in themselves, trusting back in themselves. These are morals, values, and principles that you gotta have inside of you in order for them to talk with that counselor, that therapist, that psychiatrist, that PRP. Because a lot of times they don't want to ask for help. So they need somebody to help encourage them and motivate them. So, and I will let them know. Now you can talk with your PRP, or you can talk with your counselor. Be honest with them. That's how I work. Because that's how people work with me. So I'm giving people my personal experience, not what I studied in college, not what I did my research on. Because a lot of y'all have your degrees because of people like me, sharing our experience with other like scientists and doctors and all of that, to write this stuff down for y'all to study. So on that note, like I said, I don't want to make this too long, but I know it's going to be on my Facebook page. It's going to be on my YouTube page. It's going to be on my Twitch. It's definitely going over to Twitter and Twitch, because that's what the couch conversation is about, y'all. It's about spreading love and helping people to understand who's living, I'm going to say, a destructive way of life. That you can come out of that type of lifestyle and be productive a day at a time. That's all I'm doing, y'all. I'm trying not to come so aggressive and evil and nasty and mean. To me, I wasn't. But that's the way I was told I was presenting it. So I just want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm here. I think everything gonna be dropped. It shouldn't even have gotten this far. It shouldn't. But it's the system, and they make money off of certain things too. See, I'm gonna talk all about that a little bit later. But it should not have gotten this far. So I love y'all, and I'm going to end this. And that's Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Love y'all, family, and I'm out.